Hey guys, I'm Pat, and in today's video I'm going to teach you guys how to script whatever you want in Roblox Studio. As long as you know basic scripting like if statements, functions, events, variables, you know, the basic things, you know, I'll teach you how to script whatever you want using some specialized tools or techniques, whatever you want to call it. But a lot of people, especially me, when I started out scripting, I did this a lot. And as you do it more and more, you kind of like memorize certain things, and you need it less and less, but every now and then you still need it. So it's just kind of part of programming. Every programmer uses this tool, so or technique, you know, whatever you want to call it. So I'm going to use an example, like a basic example, to show you how the technique works pretty much. And I'm going to show you how to make like a team giver, and it'll set the player's team when they join the game based on their group rank in the group, right? So that's what we're going to use as an example. And obviously to start off, we're going to need a script. So we're going to put our script in server script service. We're going to use a server script because, you know, when we're changing something like a player's team, it needs to be a server-wide change, server-sided change. It can't be a local script, right? So I'm not gonna name it. We don't need to name it. But so that's just the group rank or group ID I'm gonna be using. So what we're going to need to do is break this down into like individual steps or little things that we'll be able to learn and use in our script. So the first thing we're gonna need to know is how to detect when a player joins the game, right? So very basic, we're going to need to know when the player joins the game, right? That's going to be the first thing. And then the next thing would be how to detect a player's group rank. So we need to know what the rank is inside the group, so we can set their team accordingly. And then lastly, we need to know how to change a player's team, right? These are, you know, the 3 steps, and you just break it down into steps like this. Like, you know, we need to know when the player joins to the game, so that way when they join the game we can check their group rank, and then once we check their group rank we can change the player's team, right? So now next what you're going to do is you're going to open up Google, the best programming tool there is. Everybody uses it. It's literally the most important tool to use. And what we're going to do is we're going to take our steps. You don't need to actually like write them down, but you know, you can do something like this. How to detect when a player joins the team or joins the game, right? And the first thing we get is developer.roblox.com API reference. This is like the best website. It's actually considered to be like an old website. You can see up at the top here it says it may no longer be accurate, but to be completely honest, as long as you're watching this video within like 3 years or something, most of the information on this website is going to be pretty accurate. They're changing it to like a new website, which is like kind of ugly and harder to navigate in my opinion, so I don't really prefer that website. And whenever you use Google, this still is like the first website that comes up. So this is the website I'm going to be showing you. It's what I've been using for a while. So you can see it gives you sample code. It literally shows you how to use the code in a like an actual script. Down here it'll give you like some more information on it. Right here it says parameters. The only parameter it gives is the player, and it says the instance of the player that joined the game. So it just gives you the player that joined the game that caused this event to trigger. So now all we gotta do is do game get service players. So this is the player service. You look, it's just this right here. That's what we're getting. It's the player service over here on the right. And we're going to do that player added, which is the event that we're using, and we're going to connect it to a function. And then inside of the parameter list, we're going to get the player that joined. And this can be named whatever. It's just a parameter. It's basically the same thing as a variable, in case like for some reason, or sometimes people have a hard time understanding what parameters are, but really it's just a variable that's passed when the event is triggered. Some events give the player, some events don't. they all give different parameters, so don't expect every event to give you the player. It's just not how that works. It doesn't theoretically make any sense. So now we know when a player joins the game, we can detect that. Now we need to know how to change or detect the player's group rank or check it, whatever. Ignore my terrible spelling, you know, that's why we have IntelliSense, you know, it autofills for me. But here, and this isn't what I want to use. I want to go to developer@roblox.com again. Now what it's telling us to use is get ranking group, which is just a function or a method of the player instance, so we can use it on the player to get their rank in the group. And it says the parameters, so we pass it the group ID, which is an int. An int's just a number, and it tells us the group ID of the specified group, and then it returns another int, which is obviously a number, and that's the player's rank in the group as a number, right? So down here it says if player get rank in group, whatever, sample code, very nice, very you know, things I don't fucking know. Alright, so now what we're gonna do is have an if statement, and we're gonna get the player's rank in the group, just like a sample code, and we're gonna take our group ID and put it inside, what the hell? Put it inside the parentheses, and we're gonna see if that's equal, use double equal signs for comparing, and we're gonna see if it's equal to 1, and if it is, then we're gonna set their team, but we don't know how to do that yet, we still have to look that up, right? And I'm gonna have an else if for like another rank. There's definitely a more optimal way to do this, but I'm just making it simple and easy to understand for the video. Whatever, 255 for the owner rank, right? So we're gonna have a basic team rank, and then we're gonna have the owner rank, and we could even have one for guests, but I'm not gonna go over that. So now we need to know how to change a player's team. And let me see if I can find, here it is, player.team, right? Join team commands. So it has a sample code for like a join team command. This is obviously kind of complicated, but we can look through this and eventually find the part where it sets the player's team. Player.team equals team, and then we can see what team is. We would have to trace this all the way back, right? So this is kind of bad sample code. See, this is a little bit better. So it sets the players.team equal team plane, and you can see the team plane variable is just teams.plane. So it's just teams.plane. So all we have to do is set the player's team to game.teams whatever the team name is. So what we're gonna have to do is insert a team, and we're going to call this team color, and we're gonna make one more, and we're gonna call it owner team, whatever. And if their rank number is 1, then we'll do player.team equals game get service teams. We use get service because it's kind of better practice and it's more efficient. Whatever, optimize, you know. Oh wait, this isn't right. We want to give them the follower rank if their rank number is only 1, and then we can just copy and paste this down to here and change this last part to be the owner team. So it's very simple, you know. Hopefully this video was like easy to understand and follow to help you figure out how to script anything you want inside Roblox Studio. I was trying to make it, you know, easy to follow so anybody can follow it as long as they know basic stuff. Even if you don't know basic stuff, I would feel like this would logically make somewhat of sense to people, and hopefully it might help you in the future. And in the future I might make a beginner series to teach like the basics of scripting, like if statements, functions, events, variables, all the important stuff. And as long as you know that stuff, honestly you can script whatever you want inside Roblox Studio, and you can actually make like a decent amount of Robux if that's what you want to do, or you can script a game with your friend and make an anime game or whatever the hell you want to make in Roblox. You know, your limits are really kind of endless. There are a lot about things you can do in Roblox Studio. It's pretty impressive just how much you can do inside a Lego Kids game. But you know, that's it for today's video, I guess, and maybe in the future you'll see some more videos like a beginner series for scripting. But this is just a video to teach you, you know, how to use the dev form or whatever to script whatever you need. So that's it. I'll see you guys later.